Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another interview over here at Behind That Suit. It's your boy Holden Stephan Roy, and joining me tonight is.
Hello, this is Misunderstood.
Yo, what's up? It's Lil Azz.
That's right. So we have Lil Azz and Misunderstood. They are some Montreal-ish. I don't know if you count as Montreal or not. I don't actually know where Villeray is. That's where you said you were.
It's Montreal.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Montreal,
Also,
for the sake of what I'm going for here. Some more local artists here. I saw them perform in Montreal. Counts enough in my heart and soul.
Mm-hmm.
So as y'all know, those who are watching this, we are trying to show off the city a little bit. There are so many players and so many people doing things, and there's unfortunately not as much people talking to people doing things. So instead of being a complaining nigga Nilly, here we are with more people. This is the first, hopefully, of many interviews that are gonna happen this year. I'm real excited, and let's get into it. So, considering that most people from my end of it aren't going to know who you are, and let's be real, we don't have Wikipedia pages and all that yet. So why don't we give the people stuff to put in the Wikipedia page, and why don't y'all, one by one, or however you want to do this, tell us where you're from, and introduce yourselves a little bit.
So, my name's Misunderstood. I come from the country, actually. I'm not literally from Montreal, but I've been living here for a while. I've been rapping for about 2 years, I would say, maybe 3 now, actually. I guess, what else should I tell about myself?
How long ago did you come to Montreal?
5 years now.
Okay, and when you were... See, I know where she's from. She's because the people that do watch this, she's basically from the same place your lady friend Bonnie's from, and they went to the same high school and stuff.
Yeah.
So she's out in
Small
that
world.
part of town. I thought that was crazy. That was so interesting to me.
That is crazy.
But yeah, so like
That's destiny.
it's crazy. Like
Literally.
But so what made you come to Montreal?
Actually, my boyfriend is a sound technician, and he has a recording studio, which is G2G. So if you want to record, or if you want to, do anything in the music area, or even filming, you can contact him. So basically, I came here to live with him, and then I started getting into music slowly, obviously by being surrounded with it all the time.
So that means you was up in the country till your late 20s?
No.
Or mid-20s?
Well, I moved around a bit for like school and stuff, but
Okay.
from the base, technically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you like work? What do you do for work in the country? Like, this is just me curious as fuck.
Well, basically you travel, so you just get your license at a super young age, and then like technically I've been driving for like 15 years.
So do you drive to Montreal to work, or
No,
like surround?
maybe closer. I mean, if you really are motivated, but.
That's fair. How much driving did you have to do every day?
Well, even to go to school, it was like 45 minutes.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's some real dedication.
It's insane, to be honest, but yeah, it happens.
So fair enough. So then you come into Montreal to move in with your boyfriend who has a music studio.
Yeah.
And is that like a gateway into you becoming a rapper? Like, did you want to always be a rapper? Is this something that, like, when you was 12, you saw the Shady and you was like, I'm going to spit some Eminem bars type thing?
Honestly, I think it's something that was always in the back of my mind, because like I've been super consumed with hip hop my entire life. Like, I've been obsessed with it, and especially coming from the country, people don't really, it's just not really the biggest thing, It's not something people listen to.
How young were you when you encountered hip hop?
My God, I was like, I think the first song I ever listened to was like Ghetto Superstar, and I was probably like, it was on like a cassette. That's all I know. I mean, but technically I never really liked any other kind of music my entire life. Now I'm a bit more open, I'm not gonna lie, because I had no choice as like becoming an artist, but in general I was like always a super big outsider in the country for like actually liking hip hop.
That's crazy. Does that like fuel your lyrics in any way? Because that must be like that would be like, to me, an interesting song to listen to personally.
Well, I actually made a song about the country. I just released it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, maybe a bit longer than that. like in December. Is
Right.
it possible? Anyway, point being, I talk a lot about the country and how like it affects me as an artist and like my growth as a person. I think growing up in the country kind of builds different people in a weird way, maybe not in a better way, but just differently because you kind of get exposed to different things and you encounter different like dilemmas, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think that my lyrics are more based on personal experiences, maybe more bad than good, but they kind of give light on, I guess, topics that people don't necessarily talk about all the time.
I think that's super cool. She has a song about social media that I thought was really nifty. Like I saw her videos that are all out there. And this for the record, all the links are below. So whatever they choose to send
Go
me,
check it out.
and if they're lazy, it's whatever I find. Because sometimes these go send me links and they don't. So I'm like, crap, I'll play detective.
Won't be disappointed. Go check it
Awesome.
out.
But no,
Yeah, super
it's
dope.
really cool. But I just wanted to comment. I mean, we'll get to you. Don't worry, I promise. But I just wanted to comment because the quality of your videos are absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like I looked at that and I was like, yo, my like cell phone videos suck. It's by comparison.
Yo, for sure. My boyfriend is actually extremely talented. He's a super hard worker. To be honest, he does great work. He's extremely all about quality, and he takes time to do things. Then he does them very well, you know.
So he does what? Is he like your not boss, but manager or like behind the scenes person? I don't know what the right word is because I'm not 1,000% sure how he fits
Like
into
for
it.
sure, he's like my backbone in the music, you know, sector, and my videos, everything that I actually do, he produced, you know. So like I have to give him 100% credit for that because totally. But I think on my like actual music level, my like growth and all that, it's more on me. Like, you know, most of my songs I record myself. I don't really, you know, it's kind of crazy, but I really do.
So he does like the more video and that
and the
kind of stuff.
mastering, the mixing of my final takes, you know.
Right,
and if I
right.
need something done that like he thinks is not really 100, he'll tell me and we'll fix it. But you know, I kind of rely more on myself to produce things, and once I think that they're adequate or like good enough, then you know.
I like how you said adequate or good enough, right? No, okay, 'cause this is what I love, right? Because I'm an artist too, so certain conversations happen in my life, such as, do you go to perfect or do you go to adequate or good enough?
More of he kind of does the perfect part of it. So you know, I mean, most of my work is
That's so interesting.
like most of my work is already like pretty good, but we're not gonna lie, in any case it's really the final product that has the, you know, has the final say. So there's a percentage that goes to the person who does that, you know.
But like in your mind, there's a threshold of, I find this acceptable and this is good enough for me to like it, even if maybe it's not perfect.
Well, no, but like for technically, if it's acceptable for me, then the next level is to get like an outside vision so that I can see what I'm not maybe seeing that's not good enough. So in any case, you know, once I think it's good enough, I'll give it to him so he can kind of like, I guess, dissect it and see if there's something missing or something that I, you know, maybe should include or add.
That's super cool. Nah,
Yeah.
I like this. This is my favorite part of these interviews, right? Because, like, I don't know. I get to talk to a lot of artists in my personal life. So this is freaking dope. I mean, I have a similar process, honestly. Like, I record what I do and I give it to my engineer and he does magic and then we discuss.
Because there's no way you'll ever see what you're doing wrong. If you think it's good, you're going to think it's good.
And I say that, well, for myself at least, it's because I'm not a sound engineer. I have a lot of skills. I know a lot of rappers go the route of also learning the production side. I went the more, I'm going to learn the business management and other sides because that's also important. But like I rap and I do that and I record and then I hand it off because I don't have the knowledge personally yet. I mean, I assume over time you learn and you get smarter and better. But he knows better because that's what he does. Like he's a freaking expert. He's
like super passionate.
I might put like 5 hours into recording that verse. He'll put 5 hours into editing the verse, right?
Like, he will not let you do something that's not
exactly
perfect.
And so I agree with you. Having that like sense of quality control is interesting. I like that.
It's like in any case you need quality control, you know. It's a really important aspect on any product, you know.
Super interesting because, you know, there's the people who are one-stop shop. I'm gonna do it all myself, put it out A to Z, da.
You'll never see your mistakes in that case, you know. You'll only hear them when it's too late because then you've already put it out, so you'll never, you know, I don't know. That's my opinion, but
That's it. Russ, as an artist, the popular guy,
Yeah.
is the one guy who can claim to do it all himself, and good or right, he pulled it off. But not many people can do it.
But you got opinions still somewhere along the way, to know that he was good.
But in that regard, if you release it and you get the feedback after and you adapt, and it's maybe not
Yeah.
as efficient, but it ultimately turns into the same thing.
Depends. If you have a really good, sound engineer or somebody who's being real with you, like even if you're lacking emotion or energy or whatever, like they're gonna push you to the
Or
point where like
YouTube.
you're gonna get out of your bubble.
I've learned YouTube is real fucking honest with you.
Yeah, but I have zero patience in these cases. It's extremely hard for me to I'm more of like a, I guess, on hands person.
Well, let's say you dropped a song and it got 200,000 views.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there'd be enough valuable feedback in your comment section that it would
Definitely.
count,
Of
right?
course.
Like
Well,
that's
yeah.
kind of where he's at with shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, not to say whatever, but Lil Azz has been sitting here. It's a great name, Lil Azz sitting here. I like that. I like
so
that.
clever.
Song.
Il y a une raison de ce nom-là, en fait.
And she is not English is her first language, but I'm also curious about you, and so is everyone else, because you're here. And so, what about you? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your story, and we'll get through it. If we have to deal with translations and stuff, we'll do it live.
I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah, okay. But,
Team effort.
well, I can speak English and French and Spanish, so...
No, respect. 'Cause
OK, je vais parler en français parce que c'est plus fluide pour moi.
Dope. She can speak French because it's simpler.
OK. So, je suis née à Ville-la-Salle. Puis, bref, on a vécu longtemps dans les Laurentides. J'ai commencé, en fait, quand j'étais petite, à écouter du hip-hop. C'était du Beastie Boys, Cypress Hill, du Wu-Tang. Puis, à part ça, j'ai commencé à écrire des textes en cachette à 9 ans.
Hold up. Just
yeah.
to make sure everyone's following. So she came from LaSalle, Montreal, bopped around Quebec for a quick minute. You could have heard the band she said, those are influences. And at 9 years old, she started writing.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oui, j'ai commencé à écrire en cachette parce que, bon, mes parents, ils étaient un peu bourgeois. Ma mère, c'est un enquêteur.
You say your
puis,
parents are bougie?
Yeah. Yeah. Ma mère, c'est un enquêteur. Mon père, il travaillait pour Bombardier pour les moteurs d'avion et tout, en mécanique.
That's cool.
Puis, fait que c'est ça. Fait que c'était du monde qui avait de l'argent. Puis, le rap, c'était pas trop là-dedans. Moi, je faisais du piano. J'ai fait du piano pendant 10 ans.
Hold up. So she played piano from when she's 10, and her dad had a fancy-ass job at Bombardier.
Yeah. Puis, c'est un ancien militaire de l'armée du Chili. Fait
Ouh!
que ça marchait droit.
I think that says something about Chile's army,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's fucking fancy.
Your father
Yeah.
was in the Chilean army.
Fait que c'est ça, fait que quand j'essayais d'avoir du flow, je me cachais dans les toilettes, dans la salle de bain, puis je lisais les ingrédients de pâte à dents, toutes les affaires en arrière de produits, puis j'essayais d'avoir le flow puis de rapper tout ça facile.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So basically, she'd sit there in the bathroom, which is dope because the bathroom has great acoustics.
True.
It really does. You can hear yourself. And then she would pick out the products and she would spit that shit and add flow to it and take the challenge. So you took the challenge of just learning the flow
Yeah.
by taking out anything and just being
Yeah.
the toilet paper on the bathroom.
Puis c'est pas facile de lire les fucking ingrédients, man.
No, I agree.
Parce que c'est des mots genre chlorifie, nanana.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
No,
Oh
that's
shit,
it.
eh?
You could,
That's fair.
Yeah.
those-
triple time here. Triple time with the pace.
Yeah.
So do you in all languages do you rap?
Ben oui, français, anglais, espagnol.
That's great. She's trilingual rapper, everybody.
Yeah. Puis vite fait comme ça, bref, j'ai vécu après toute une partie de ma vie au Chili. J'ai étudié là-bas.
She studied in Chile
Yep.
for a bunch of her life.
J'ai voulu rentrer dans l'armée, mais je suis tombée enceinte de ma première.
You went to the army?
Ben, j'allais rentrer, mais je suis tombée
Okay.
enceinte.
She wanted to go, but she had a kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Je suis
okay.
maman, by the way.
So she a mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, j'ai 13 ans et 10 ans comme mes filles.
Just two
Puis,
kids.
13 and 10.
yes. Puis
Two
c'est ça,
kids.
fait qu'au Chili, j'ai rappé. J'avais un groupe qui s'appelait Fusion Raisona. On était 4 filles. On a
Four
fait,
lady rap group.
yeah, on a fait le Téléthon au Chili. On a ramassé des sous. On a fait une tournée. Fait que là-bas,
They
j'ai fait
popped
ma
off in
place.
Chile a bit.
Yeah, c'était rough. On faisait des shows dans des terrains de basketball à air ouverte. Puis il y avait des 150, 200 rappers qui étaient là.
Big old basketball open arena.
Yeah, comme dans les films, là. C'était vraiment, c'était rough, là. C'était nice,
That's
là.
cool.
Big time shit.
Yeah. Puis c'est ça. Fait que ça fait 20 ans que je rappe. Ça fait 15 ans que je suis beatmaker.
Hold up, you've been rapping for 20 years and
Yeah.
she a beat maker for 15.
Yeah. Donc, c'est ça, voilà.
That's fantastic. So, hold up. So you went to Chile for a while. When did you come back to Montreal?
Ben là, ça fait 11 ans que je suis revenue parce que Lova va avoir 11 ans. Ouais.
And this whole time you just non-stop made music.
J'ai arrêté un petit temps. Mais à part de ça, je veux dire, oui, j'ai beaucoup écrit. J'ai plein de textes, j'ai plein de chansons qui n'ont jamais sorti.
She got a whole bunch of unreleased stuff that we're gonna all hear as stuff gets recorded.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ouais, non.
No, that's what's exciting. You know what? I mean, just because I'm in my 30s now, I love the fact that there's so many not young people in my city that are working. Because, I don't know, it's just more fun for me than working with, no offense to the youngsters, but I don't know how much I love hanging out with a bunch of folk reminding me I'm old. That's how I sometimes feel at these shows at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I agree with that, but it depends. I mean, it's hard because if you feel old, you feel old in any case, you know?
I feel old at 1 a.m. I don't feel old at 12 in the afternoon.
Well, it's all self-control there.
No, I'm just good at, like, I know, you know what changed in my 30s? I got real discipline with sleep. I said,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with that no more.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's healthy to do that, though.
at like 8 every morning, because like I even on the weekends, because it's just easier. Which leads me to a question I want to ask freaking everybody. I know we're gonna talk about more stuff for sure, but what time do y'all wake up at in the morning? Because I'm mad curious what time people who do music and other stuff wake up.
Moi, je travaille le soir parce que je suis
Ooh.
infirmière. Fait que je travaille je fais de 4 à minuit.
So she's a nurse. Fucking amazing, no? Nurses are just heroes in life. Let us just all say that.
Yeah, shout out to
And so she
fucking
works 4 in the afternoon to midnight, or is that what I understood? Or
De
Yeah.
4 heures de l'après-midi jusqu'à minuit. Fait que j'arrive pas chez nous avant presque 1 heure, dépendamment du métro. Le temps d'arriver, nanana. Fait que des fois, je m'endors pas avant 3 heures.
Okay.
Fait que c'est sûr que je me lève pas avant 11 heures.
So she wakes up around 11, but it's because she being a hero at night, and I totally respect that.
That's it.
Voilà.
And what's your day job? I know what it is, but I'm asking for them.
Yeah, so I'm a real estate agent.
That's right, a rapping real estate agent.
Yeah, I know.
And a
Some with the
rapping
R's,
nurse.
right? Some
That's
with the
freaking
Rs.
cool to me.
So technically, my schedule is extremely chaotic and flexible at the same time. So I have that beauty, but I actually do wake up, I mean, between 9 and 10 almost every day, like guaranteed easily.
There's a part of my soul that is so jealous of you.
Why?
I can't do it anymore because of work. Because my work requires me to be attentive by 9 in the morning. So not just awake. I have to wake up at, like on a work day, it's like 6:30 in the morning, so I can have a coffee and all that crap, so that by the time I arrive at 9-ish, I will be awake and ready to go.
Yeah, well, technically, see, I'm my own boss in 100% ways. So, like, I don't really have, like, my office is in my house, you know what I mean? Like, I have my own office literally in my house. So I work from there when I'm trying to, like, solicit clients or do prospecting or do like, anything at all, to be honest, because it's mainly a computer that I use right now, to, like, get what I need in real estate. But regardless, like most of my visits I can do from my phone, It's like I can go there physically, but I can plan them using my phone, and that's it. But it's a lot of work because it's 7 days and there's not really a time. You kind of don't decide.
You're kind of on call like a drug dealer. You're basically a
pretty
drug
much.
dealer of houses.
Yes.
That's how I like to look at the world.
Like if I
'cause-
miss an opportunity, I'm kind of dumb.
Fair enough. So, so technically, 24/7 if they need you.
Yeah, and like the more obviously you want, then the more you visit, so the more clients you get. I had like a pretty good year, to be honest, and like I feel like it's just gonna get better.
That's the right kind of attitude. When did you become a real estate agent?
2 years ago.
How did you become one? Like, why?
Oh,
When
how?
I say how, I don't mean logistically. I mean, like, why
Yeah.
did you choose to just become
I
one?
know. I actually didn't. I started working for a real estate broker when I moved to Montreal with my boyfriend, and I kind of just I worked for him for 5 years, and then maybe 3, something between that, 3 and 5 years, and then I slowly just didn't work in a team with him, and I kind of went on my own as a broker. So technically, I became a broker while I was working for a broker, but I got the actual career like idea based on working for one, you know. So I learned all of the inside of real estate, and then I kind of became a broker to work on the outside.
Straight up, like, you hear those stories in the rap songs go where a dude learns what happens on the block and then learns how to flip his product, and so you just learned how to do it right
Yeah.
and certify.
Yeah, because
I mean-
basically the administration part of real estate is actually the most chaotic at the end of the day, and most brokers that actually, you know, do very well for themselves, they have secretaries or like administration that do all that. But
So
I
that's your
kind of
future.
yeah, 100%.
That's fucking
I'm
dope.
gonna murder that.
So, which is more important to you, the music or the real estate? And I'm just curious because everybody at this point, because like I work too, it's choices, right? Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends, because important is a big word, because obviously one feeds me and the other one I need money to actually pursue. So it's not really about a choice, you know, it's more of
that
a...
answer. That's a great answer. So you need the music because you need it, and so you're driven to go make money at work to fuel the money back into the art.
Yeah, and I realized that it's like not just, you know, a small amount, so I kind of...
It is not a small amount indeed.
So that's it. I just picked something that I feel I can actually do very well, which I think I do. So if anybody wants to buy or sell a house, you know, actually...
That's right. And she has a likable real estate Facebook page that we could link below if you want. 'Cause
Yeah.
just on the off chance you want to buy a house up around Quebec or Montreal, I don't know where you operate.
Anywhere in Quebec.
Anywhere in Quebec. Yo, Americans, if you want to come move to Canada, holla at your boy.
Yeah.
I'll link you to her is what I'm saying.
That's it.
So let's go back to the music, because like I saw them perform live at this girls' tape.
Yeah, Jake's Tape.
Jake's Tape.
Whoop, shout
I knew I
out.
got it wrong. Some other show was the Girls with a Bunch of R's show that I went to. So there's quite a lot of lady rappers in Montreal. So
Yeah,
like,
man.
So I perform, and this is just kind of like, you know, how bad it is sometimes when you're a dude and you're young and you're ignorant. I went to all these shows.
I actually don't, but yeah.
No.
I mean, you guys might not know. I'm saying it because, at least on my end, everybody, 9% of my YouTube audience is dudes, according to the analytics. So, like,
Well, hey guys, in that case.
so we went to all these shows and I met all these rappers, and then I realized I met like one girl rapper the entire time I was like active. Like I said, from between 2012 and 2016, I was out and about, and there were like no girls. And I'm like, wait a second. So either there were no lady rappers during that
weird.
whole period of time, which probably isn't the truth,
It could be. Well, I don't know.
or the scenes are kind of siloed. Because you know what I found out when I went to the 2 lady shows? This was just my epiphany. I don't know about your experiences with
Okay.
this, but there were no guys in the crowd except for who were connected to the artists, and it was like ladies everywhere. And I was like,
Which is like a kind of a dumb thing, right? Because like you'd think that it would be like, you know, filling up with guys just for that purpose.
I
but
don't think guys know.
I don't think guys like that girls rap, period.
You know what? That is entirely fair. I am not one of those dudes, so it's hard for me.
Exactly why
personally
you'd be
to
in that
consider.
crowd, you know? But that's kind of
When I
like,
went-
they hate it if you're better than them, especially. They're like, no, this can't be happening, you know?
Well, I could say that you ladies at the shows I saw, at both the ladies shows I went to, because you guys weren't at the other one,
Okay.
or you ladies. But I don't know. It was so like you guys were so prepared.
Yeah.
I was blown away by the level of
Well,
preparedness.
thank you. See, it's
Thank you.
The lack
nice
of
to have that,
the
like,
lack of like
feedback.
the entire verses under the verses. If you heard a ding, sorry, I have a video finished. Because like that was loud enough. I know it hit the mic. Sometimes the Facebook thing goes off, and I'm like, I'm never gonna edit that out.
What's the point?
That's how I feel. Like it's the most. This is raw. This is. I pretend. I take this whole thing and I pretend like we were live because one day it will be, and then
Yeah.
I'm good at it.
We are live. We're live somewhere. Someone's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big brother.
Fair enough. But no, it was crazy to me because something that I have this debate a little bit as artist to artist is I can't stand it when a rapper raps and the whole vocal verse is there at half volume, like the whole verse.
Yeah. But
I
it
don't-
happens sometimes. Depends what the
Sometimes?
sound quality is going to be like.
OK, là,
Sometimes.
je me suis perdue parce que j'étais un peu gelée. De quoi qu'on parle?
Oh, maintenant c'est quand tu
When you use your whole verse pour chanter sur la scène.
Ouais.
Quand tu utilises le verse au complet, il dit qu'il aime pas ça.
moi je n'aime pas ça. Like when a rapper performs and you can't even hear the rapper's mic at all. You can't hear what the rapper is.
Ouais.
Every time I hear it when the verse is playing, you can't hear the rapper.
Yeah.
Ah, OK, je comprends ce que tu veux dire quand il chante par-dessus son verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK.
And I just, you know what? I want to hear you not do it perfect live because you're a rapper and nobody does a perfect verse live.
OK.
Well,
OK.
yeah.
Yeah,
Of
OK.
course.
OK. L'affaire, c'est que je te dirais là-dedans. Bon.
I
Moi,
love this.
OK. Je
Go
l'utilise-
off.
Oh, yeah. OK. Moi,
I
je
have to
l'utilise
translate.
comme dans un ou deux. Pourquoi?
Are you saying if you're
Go
one
on.
or two performers?
Yeah. Non, moi, dans mes
OK.
tracks. Pourquoi? Parce que j'ai décidé que les bacs là-dedans, c'était non. Je voulais le
Ah,
faire,
comme, OK, yeah.
tu sais,
That makes sense.
exactement, comme runner-up, on l'a, je l'ai.
Mais à certaines places.
Mais, ouais, mais je veux
Okay.
dire, OK,
No, but at certain places it makes sense.
ouais. Mais
But-
oui, mais il y en a un que je l'ai au complet.
Yeah, because
Pourquoi?
she didn't do back, she's saying in one
Parce
of
que
her
ouais,
verses.
j'ai
So
pas
she
voulu faire
didn't...
des bacs. Mon bac à moi, là, c'était tout le verse.
Oh, you're saying your backup.
Yeah.
But like that's an artist. So that's like saying you have like a harmonization with yourself and you're doing one take yourself and you have to
Yeah.
because that makes sense to me.
I know, mais peut-être que tu peux penser que c'est sa toune, mais c'est peut-être son bac.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I've been to enough local shows with that because I talked to the rappers after. I'm not gonna say
Okay,
names.
sorry. Okay,
Well,
okay,
that's
okay,
it. If the
okay.
artist is not making an
Okay.
effort too, there's
Okay.
another
It's
thing
just that
too.
there's a lot of people. Well, because I don't know when it happened. Back when I started performing, again, it was 2012. It was like almost unheard of to have your fucking full verse playing unheard. And I know that in the mainstream they started doing it with a lot of certain trappier sounds, and it was the mainstream guys that brought it so that they could turn up
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
But then I'm like, yo, but like, especially on the lyrical front, if you're a lyrical, like, Tech 90 fast rapper, like, how are you rapping that over your verse? The whole point, and this is, again, not taking shots at anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious because you are other artists and everyone has their opinions, and I don't
Yeah.
think I'm right. I just have what I like. And I look at it like, I want to see the rapper spit
Well-
the bars over the naked verse. Well, doubles, backgrounds, artistic choices, fair. But, like, especially with the trickier people.
Well, I believe that if, let's say, like, there's not going to be a good sound, okay, and the person feels that that's going to be a flaw to them, and there is a big crowd and it's going to ruin their reputation,
Yeah.
I don't think it's okay. Like, I think it's good to take a hit in that
Yeah.
case, you know what I mean?
True.
Which means that maybe the place doesn't, you know, they're not qualified, they don't have the equipment that they need to, like, make it sound like it should, even if you're doing it yourself, you know? Because that could ruin you as an artist in a good situation, especially if you're doing an opening for Tech 9, the place is going to be
Yeah.
packed.
Ou s'il connaît pas son
Example.
texte, mettons, puis que la
But
toune est fucking
I
bonne.
agree
Let's
with
say
you
like
that
we're
if-
talking just straight local shit. Straight like random small like 40
No,
people.
well then it's. I mean, okay. Well, if it's local, that maybe the chances are that you know
the sound is always garbage.
Yeah, I
I
suppose.
don't, no offense to all the shit sound engineers,
This is
but
fucking true.
I have never
Les
done
shows, man, c'est le son
every
de caca, man.
but it's I've never also seen the audience be mad at the rapper for it unless the rapper acted
Unless
like
he didn't make an effort, or he was all like there for no purpose and just like pretending to.
sometimes the rappers pull temper tantrums on stage, and I'm not saying anybody here. I'm
No.
saying I have seen it happen.
Yeah.
That's the only time the crowd gets mad. Everyone
Yeah.
else is more mad at the sound guy, but nobody
Yeah,
says
that's
it.
true.
So if you're at a show and you spit your verse and it's a sound issue, that's not gonna ruin your career. That's a good video.
No, but if your whole sound like sounds like shit, probably won't help your career either.
But then Tech 9 sound like shit too, technically.
Yeah.
So everybody sounds like shit together. I think it's like at that point, the crowd's more forgiving. The YouTube video might be bad.
Well, they're more forgiving when you're Tech 9. That's
Tech
true.
9 amène son sound, man.
I agree. I'm not saying anything. Tech Nine's I have my feelings of Tech Nine, but
Yeah.
in terms of his performance, his live show
Yeah.
is stellar. Don't
That's
get me
it,
wrong. No
exactly.
disrespect.
100%.
But like I'm just it isn't about anyone's circumstance. It's just like the practice
general,
because I
yeah.
see more and more artists because I noticed most of the girls didn't have that. They were like they had their songs memorized.
Yeah.
My opinion, and this is again not about anybody who might be listening in our city, is that some people don't have their songs memorized,
No.
and then they're performing them
They're
before they're
unprepared.
ready,
Exactly.
and that's why this is so widespread. I mean,
That's what I mean, though. Like, if you're actually good, then people won't notice. But if they can, it's because you're probably not prepared and you're doing a bad job.
I once dropped 4 bars in the middle of a verse, just fucked up, and then I just picked it up and kept going, and the
There you
crowd
go.
loved it.
Right, well, that works. At least you did something, you know what I mean?
That's just, but that's how I always saw the performers do it, right? You just kept going, and if you forgot your verse, you freestyled, and then you just did these different things, and the crowd, and personally, the crowd always just loved that shit.
It's more your energy and your delivery that's going to affect your performance.
I don't know. I know I saw you perform, and it was hella cool, and you were also hella cool, and them two together, it's just such a combination of
Yeah.
separate styles,
you.
because, like, she got a more fast-paced, I'm gonna say geekier flow with it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's pretty geeky.
I like it personally.
geeky.
It's dope. And
Super
then
different.
from what I could, because you're hard to find on the internet, I could not find you. I don't know where to look or whatever. I found you, like, it was super easy, but you were harder to find in terms of your music. Like, as there's videos of you doing stuff. Maybe I just sucked at it, so I wasn't able to actually hear enough of your sound. So why don't you like describe it to people?
Mes sons, tu veux que je décrive un peu, en fait? Ou,
Like what's your sound like?
What's your style?
Yeah.
J'ai-tu un style en particulier?
T'es un peu rough, like...
Yeah! Écoute, oui, je suis rough, je suis agressive, ça fait
Yeah.
partie de moi, de mon vécu dans la vie. J'ai eu une vie très difficile, très rude. J'ai...
It sounds like it's a really hard-hitting, harsh sound.
Yeah.
Do you like that underground shit?
Sinon quoi? Je peux pas dire... Moi, quand que je rappe mes flows, je veux dire, j'ai... Chaque verse que je vais faire, ou genre 4 bars que je vais faire, je vais toujours avoir un flow fucking différent.
Yeah.
So she flips up the flow a lot within her verses.
Yeah. Il y en a pas un qui est pareil souvent, tu sais.
Yeah, that's it.
Il y en a un qui va être comme, mettons, ta 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 ta, de même. Puis il y en a un qui va être, mettons, comme ta 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 ta. Tu sais, ça va
Yeah.
toujours bouger.
Yeah.
C'est jamais la même affaire. Quand je fais des beats, mettons, je vais faire des beats fucking old school.
That's
Wu-Tang,
true.
des fucking vieilles batteries sales.
So she makes old school beats, and the da 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 does was her demonstrating different flow patterns
Yeah,
that she'll
exactly.
drop in the same track to show versatility.
Puis, c'est ça, je peux faire des beats à la Delinquent Habits. Tu sais, je suis latina.
Yeah, very old school.
Yeah. Fait que c'est ça mon genre. Je peux pas me représenter avec quelqu'un en particulier. C'est Lil Azz, puis that's it.
So she got her own style that she developed from a bunch of old school shit that she made into her own aggressive way to pave life through. Well, project all the life shit into the music.
Yeah, all of her past,
Yeah.
like, experience, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so how do y'all know each other? Because that's another great question. I don't think has come up at all.
Pas la
Because like we know
savoir.
you come in 11 years ago and you come
Okay.
in 5 years
Okay.
ago, and you're both here at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's a missing link.
Actually,
Okay.
just people from the studio, I
Yeah.
guess. And
Ouais, je suis retentie là. Puis...
even when my boyfriend was younger and she was younger, they
Oui,
were
c'est
friends.
ça.
Okay, so she knows your boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the day, ça fait comme plus de 10 ans, 11 ans, 12 ans peut-être.
12 years back.
Yeah, puis on s'est retrouvés en fait, puis c'est là que j'ai connu Kayla, puis là c'est drôle parce que j'habite avec Kayla me dépanne un peu, puis j'étais avec Kayla, Firelex, puis Soldat qui habite là aussi, puis Soldat,
So they all live together?
Yeah.
yeah, puis Soldat en plus se tenait avec Firelex back in the days, fait que c'est comme si on se retrouvait toute la gang,
Yeah,
tu sais,
c'est
fait que yeah, c'est cool.
So the whole squad just randomly linked up back in the day.
Yeah, except for but I'm
And
just
then you
Oh,
came
I'm
through.
the new link.
On est
Well, I was already
Chambranville.
there awkwardly. It was just like,
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Fair
What?
enough, I'll take it.
I was like the missing element. I retracted everyone. No, I don't know.
That's cool. So you guys just like since you started, you guys have been working together, or
Yeah, well, basically, we do it. Technically, we do shows together, we do projects together. We just,
Ensemble, à part, mais on a nos projets ensemble qu'on fait, qu'on
Yeah.
travaille. Elle a fait ses petites choses de côté. Je fais mes petites choses de côté.
That's it.
Euh,
We're chaotic as people.
exactement. Yeah, c'est ça.
so just again translate real quick. They each got their own independent careers, kind of like how Method Man has a career and how Redman has a career. But
Exactly.
they came together like Method Man and Redman did, and are currently
Such a
working
good-
on their Blackout album. I don't know if it's gonna be Blackout, but it'll be their version of it. I just assume that you guys are gonna sound a little different than Method Man
Most
and
likely,
Redman.
I assume.
Yeah,
I think.
But
Mais ça va
that's
être des...
that's a good way to put it,
Yeah,
right?
it's-
Yeah,
very
exactly.
good,
Puis ça va être sur l'album, tous des beats que j'ai fait, que
So
je
all your
fais.
beats,
Yeah,
Exactly.
and then are you both rapping on it?
Yeah.
of course. Puis on fait un mixtape. Le mixtape, ça va être des beats de Monsieur, Madame, tout le monde.
Like,
So they're giving out
promotion.
a mixtape, a
Yeah.
promotional one. That's
But-
what I understood.
Well, we're pretty much still working on our like how we want to project it, but we're gonna do projects technically come together. We're probably gonna use a mixtape to kind of promote our project.
Yeah.
That's super
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I love talking about how artists that are like in my same world of life promote themselves because
Yeah.
I'm lazy and I don't like Googling. So
That's a lie.
I know I love Googling, but there's certain things that you don't like Googling, and or certain things you've Googled and you're like, you know what, I'd rather talk to people about it because it's more
Yeah.
interesting.
Of course.
But like, so what to you is the difference then between a mixtape and an album?
Well,
Is there an actual difference, or is this just how
Yeah.
you're branding it?
It's a difference parce que l'album, c'est tous des beats que je vais avoir fait.
Okay.
Puis le mixtape, c'est des beats de d'autres artistes.
So they're gonna go the old school mixtape way, where they jack the mixtape beats, with the album being, oh, that's interesting. You're gonna do that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I'm very fascinated by that. So have you guys, and then the album will be a bunch of beats that are actually made by you and you own them all and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So have you started working on anything?
Yeah.
Mixtape, album, both?
Both.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Both. Puis là, il faut se structurer un peu plus.
That's it. We just need
Parce
to
que
we
là, on
need
est comme
discipline.
pou, pou,
We have a
pou,
billion projects, you know.
I suppose that's a lot better than making nothing.
Yeah, of
'Cause-
course.
I-
Mais il faut se structurer pour tu sais, finaliser, là. Tu sais, yeah. Bon,
Yeah.
on le fait tranquillement.
So they're doing all...
Parce qu'on est tellement comme, wouhou, tu sais.
Yeah.
Puis that's cool, that's
So
okay.
what I'm hearing is they're like every other artist on earth. They love creating. They love making the music. And then when it comes time to do all the boring, they're like, fuck that, let's write another song.
Exactly,
Yeah, that
exactly.
actually does happen.
Dans le garage.
That's pretty.
I respect that. I have procrastinated doing the Behind That Suit website for this channel because I kept finding more videos and anything else to make. Anything else, oh, I'll go do anything except for that website because I don't want to make it. But I have to because I need to. It's very important. So I relate a lot, is what I'm trying to say. Do you have websites and all that? Are you doing like the whole bigger thing, or are you like part of the labels, or how are you guys
Yeah.
gonna play that world out?
Well, basically, I have an album that I technically dropped, but only physical copies. I haven't put it on any platforms yet. I'm kind of waiting on that. So it's called Obnoxious Entrance. And yeah, I think that it's super.
This
I
is
mean-
like a solo you made it project, or like a
Yeah.
collaborative one?
No, it's my own project. It's technically, most of my songs are actually available as videos on YouTube. So I kind of went about it differently, promoting it, and you know, so I'm just waiting as a last option to put it on platforms and just kind of let people eat it up.
I'm not gonna lie. If it's on a platform, like mostly all I care about is Spotify personally. That's
Yeah.
the best way to make me listen to your music.
True, but videos too, you know. And if I have most of my album, it's actually already a video, so people
You know what
have
the
my
problem is 5G internet isn't available yet, because I can't just throw YouTube on the bus right now, and I say that because I'm a public transit dude. But Spotify, man, I can throw that on all day long.
That's true.
So I agree with
I
you.
agree.
I'm in your videos are blessed as fuck. Don't get me wrong. You should check them out. I know I like spent a day and I'm like, okay,
I
click on the
kind of
next
went
one.
about it like so that people would see the videos and kind of want to buy the physical copy, you know, because they kind of already have both worlds in that case. But you know, I understand that Spotify world is a lot easier and all that. But
if you can pull off selling physicals, I'll be so like, I would just off
Working on
camera
it.
be
You can
like,
go to
yo.
misunderstood.com and buy one right now.
And I don't mean that you can't sell physicals.
Yeah.
I mean that that's a challenge that a lot of people on Earth are
Like
facing.
you can download it. Like I can, you can buy a digital copy too. But
like
I mean,
Bandcamp or
what do you mean?
Bandcamp is where you would like upload your shit and then sell it, like my albums for sale for $6 on Bandcamp.
To be honest, I don't really deal with all that. I kind of don't do any of it, but I just know that you can buy either like a physical or a digital copy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You'll figure out how to direct people and you'll give me links
Like,
after.
If you go on my website, it's automatic.
Alright, so
already set
you
up.
have a site.
Yeah, misunderstood.com.
That's dope. And then it just goes there and you can pop that in. Honestly, she's cool. You should buy her shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
By the way, it's Misunda.
It's gonna be spelled like how it is below
Okay,
the
yeah.
thing on
It's
the
a lot
YouTube
easier.
video. And thankfully, it's Azz with Zeds
Yeah, double Z.
because it's less profanity. Is that why you picked the Zeds so that it wasn't swearing?
Oh, non, c'est juste comme pour pas que ça fasse trop ass pour le cul, parce que Lil
Yeah.
Azz, ça a une
Yeah.
histoire, en fait. C'est pas pour mon cul, c'est pour petit cul de la grandeur.
Can you translate that one
I
for
don't know
me?
what that means either.
OK.
I'm like, I know it.
Well, I think
Yeah,
she
yeah.
means like she was small in height.
Yeah, exactly. But
Okay.
c'est quand je vais juste expliquer le processus du pourquoi. OK. Ici, nous autres, au Québec, on va dire petit cul pour
Okay,
genre
yeah.
les gens qui sont petits.
Like
Ils sont, hey,
slang.
petit cul, non,
Yeah.
non, non.
So
tu sais.
TQ is
It's
slang
yeah.
for short.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mais on va dire aussi, oh, t'as un beau petit cul. C'est genre, t'as des belles petites fesses.
But those are perverted things.
So
Like, you
TQ
shouldn't hear that
Yeah.
if people are just commenting on your
Yeah.
height.
Non,
Don't go up
Just
to
put
the
it out there.
ladies and say to embed cul. Is what I'm
beau
understanding.
petit cul.
Go petite cul. So that's like you have a nice ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless she wants to smash, don't say it.
Yeah, non, 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 non.
Yeah.
Parce que la majorité de vous, les messieurs, vous arrivez et vous me dites, oh, Lil Azz. Oh, puis là, je suis comme, non, non.
So if you see her up in the streets, don't make a shitty Lil Azz pun about her ass.
Non.
Yeah.
Appelez-moi juste Lil. Ça va être parfait.
I might just go with Lil Azz because that's how I've seen it on the internet a lot,
Yeah.
but it won't be because I'm talking about your ass.
Because it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
the same. It's two
Mais
things.
je vais
Ah,
juste dire
excellent.
vite fait de où ça vient. C'est back in the days. Bon, tout le monde m'appelait TQ. Puis là, il y a eu le temps quand j'avais comme 11-12 ans, genre les, tu sais, Lil Kim, puis nanana, tu sais. Puis là, à partir de là, ben, vu que je faisais du rap et tout, ben, ma mère, mon frère, puis tout le monde ont commencé à m'appeler Lil Azz.
So basically, from the Lil Q thing, people started calling her Lil Azz
Yeah.
because she was like 12 and wanted to rap back in the era of the beginning of the Lils.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you're 12, it's a lot better. And I'm like, how does that feel now? Like, because you're not so 12 anymore. Does Lil still work for you? You're just always going to be Lil Azz? Will it ever become grown up Azz or not so Lil Azz?
Always Lil Azz.
I respect that.
Always Lil
I don't know. I think Lil's cool.
Yeah.
I like saying it.
Me too.
I don't get bored.
But I think it's more of her height relation, She
That's
goes more
fair.
with the. She's gonna be little forever.
Yeah,
All
puis je
little
mesure
people
5
say-
et 1 et demi, so.
That's cool. And I'm alright with that. I'm 5'7", so when I'm around people that are less tall than me, I feel cool for a quick second because
Yeah,
often I go around places and it's,
I'm constantly the smallest person.
How-
It's
how-
very rare that I'm not the smallest
how
person.
tall are you?
I'm probably like 5 foot.
Mm,
Like really just hitting the 5 foot.
that's fair.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
But you have a powerful presence, so it makes up for it because you little ones, feisty. That's what I'm saying. So let's go back to like the whole music stuff. So you have a website, people can buy it, and I guess your boyfriend handles more the promotional side of shit or the business end of it. And I'm just
Yeah.
assuming because you said
Like
earlier,
anything to do with production, but I mean, obviously, like my, my Instagram account and like my fan page and stuff, like I deal with that, But I mean, on a production level, it's 100% him.
So like when it comes down to a marketing strategy, like how y'all gonna promote for the next year? Who you're gonna run that?
No.
So he's gonna do that?
Well, I
Or-
mean, we usually brainstorm.
Okay.
More of a collective thing, I guess. We all, because I mean, you kind of have to use something that's going to apply to an artist, like specifically when you want to market them. So based on their like target audience, So,
So
I
you're
think
totally
that
involved.
yeah, no choice, because I have to agree with everything or it won't work. I have a pretty hard head.
I respect that. And what about you? How do you manage your marketing and all of that?
Well, là, en ce moment, je suis avec Kayla, on travaille sur nos trucs, fait que techniquement, bon, ça revient à faire l'ex qui...
Yeah,
tu
c'est ça.
sais, à part si je fais les beats et tout, tu
G2G.
sais, techniquement, je fais toujours un mini-master, mais c'est Firelex qui finit le produit,
Yeah.
tu sais.
So fundamentally, they all connected and working in the same squad at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a good way to put
Exactly.
that. So is there anything like big news that's coming in the next couple of months that people should be like watching for or anything like that?
Ben là, on aimerait, tu sais, on a pensé à peut-être 2 vidéos qui vont venir, en fait. Là.
Yeah. Probably a couple videos we're going to release,
Yep.
definitely.
Exactly.
In the next maximum 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
We have a show coming up on the 25th.
Where is that show? Because for the
Let me check
people
that.
that are local, we can plug that, and
Yeah,
I might
I
link it
totally
below.
forgot.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a...
if you follow them on social media, which you should also do, they'll definitely be posting about that, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And they post stuff. I see little videos of y'all like just kind of bombing around here and there, and I see pictures of on the grind shit. You like to post your nursing warrior pictures.
Sometime, yeah.
I think they're really cool.
Okay, so basically it's called the Comeback Showcase, and it's a free show, and it's at Brasserie Le Champlain, which is on 7880 Sherbrooke East.
Alright, so it's on that place, and we're gonna link stuff.
And I think it's like an all-day thing, but like just verify the event to see the time exactly.
And what's the date?
The 25th of January,
That's dope. I don't know what day of the week it is, but it's in the
Saturday.
fair enough. That's cool. And do you get like a lot more show opportunities coming after that, or is this just kind of like as it appears you're jumping at it?
Well, to be honest, new year, new beginning, but mainly I'm gonna focus on, like, I think I'm gonna kind of put most of my strengths towards real estate for the beginning, maybe a couple of months, because I did quite a bit of shows. We did quite a bit of shows at the end of this year. It was a bit crazy. It was a bit more of a, I guess, artist music focused year. And I mean, the progress was amazing. So I feel that, maybe it's time now just to put in a bit more work on other things to be able to fuel, becoming,
I
growing,
totally
I guess.
respect that, because if you go back to what you said earlier, it's that you're doing the real estate to create the art in the first place. So if you don't keep that flame alive, it's like life's like that like video game where you have all the plates that are jiggling and you got to run around and make sure nothing falls on the floor or whatever.
Yeah, like technically, don't get me wrong, I really do actually love being a real estate broker. But I mean, obviously it gives me a bigger window if ever, I choose to, how could I say this? I guess I have no kids, so I guess my main, if I can make money now, it would probably go into fueling me as an artist, more than anything, and building my actual
But it lets you
investments.
stay independent. Well, I don't know. I guess you're all independent in the conventional sense of independent.
Well, independent, you mean as artists?
Yeah. Because, like, there's major labels and then there's the indie leagues. So if you're not signed to a major label, in my opinion, you're independent.
I don't really think I'm looking to be signed by anyone. I think I'm going to grow with G2G and kind of just, like, put all my, like, I guess, marbles in one box, if you want. But
That sounds like it's more of a collective of a bunch of people working together.
well, maybe not a bunch of people, but I believe that in the growth of G2G, well, as artists too, we can eventually just become artists that are signed with G2G. It's not really going to be like, I don't
But it's
know.
still an indie label in that regards,
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
Even
Not
on
really
a
sure.
smaller end of stuff, like, anyway, there's the big peoples that
Yeah,
are, and then there's the
Yeah,
indie
the
side of
local
things.
people.
And even if you're structured as a label and whatnot, it's still independent.
Well,
'Cause
I speak for myself when I say that, I guess, but I don't know. I think that, I don't know. I'm more of a self-made person. I have trouble with the whole, like, I don't think I could be, I don't know, I guess exposed to a certain extent. I kind of like the way my things are going, and like if I can make money off of it, even if it's not like whatever crazy amount. Once again, real estate is like pretty much my career. So if I can have both, like the best of both worlds without collapsing as a person, that'd be cool,
But like, if the music pops off and that shit's
Yeah.
handing you $500,000 because you're killing it, are you giving up real estate, or Are you gonna go?
Not for $500,000.
Are you gonna go into big boy, not big boy, like big people real estate, where you stop buying houses and you start buying businesses and shit? You know, like flip some real venture capital land. I think that's grown up. That's what I would call grown up real estate.
Yeah, like definitely not for $500,000, but I mean, you know, things happen. Destiny like kind of controls that. But I mean, for sure, there's opportunities. If they come and they're good enough, then anything could change. You know, nothing is certain. Everything's possible. Yeah.
Fair enough. That's cool. You sound really grounded with that. There are definitely people that would jump at the idea of what $500,000 represents.
No. Well, I think that the opportunity is just as large in like real estate, which I already have. That's already kind of in my, I guess, advantage. So I kind of see it bigger than that. And I know in reality, $500,000 is not a lot of money.
That's not.
No.
I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's not lasting.
No.
It doesn't stay. But if it's a recurring $500,000, that's it. If you can get $100,000 a show,
Yeah, I mean, that's still obviously good money, right?
that's insane money. Because you could perform like 300 days a year, and it turns into real. Anyway.
I mean, who would say no to that, you know? But we're like, would I sign forever? Nah. I would do a show for $100,000 though.
I wouldn't. Like personally, I don't think I'd sign really, unless somebody let me keep complete creative control. It's not really worth it to me.
Yeah, me either.
I like making art more than I like making money on art.
And I need
personally.
I need my isolation moments. Like, I'm definitely not somebody that could be like constantly like, I don't know, I don't know what the word is. I guess being the public like eye and being the good example, or like the.
I don't think you have to be a good example.
Yeah, that's true.
You can be whatever example you want.
Maybe that's the thing. Oh shit! But yeah, no.
Well, that's fair. It's interesting to me, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like a passion for you, but it's almost like you're not really concerned about the success margin in it. You're just concerned about doing it. That's what I would take away from this in the biggest part. Not to say that you don't want to be successful, but it's almost like you're more motivated by the journey of creating and doing this than you care about necessarily the end result.
That's true. Definitely
That's
true.
truly different than I'd say just for me talking to people, like most of us, like I want to pop. I'm not even gonna lie. Most people I know want to pop. Not necessarily get signed.
Well, yeah, like
Some
everybody
people
wants
do.
to pop, but
I want to like quit my job. Just like I dream about that shit.
yeah, I'll see it. Like, but there's just so much competition too out there. You know, I mean, I think that believing that like, especially only after 3 years of actually being in like the rap scene in Montreal, that like even depending or like you hoping to being close to that, like there's so many people around me that have been in it for like so many years. So like.
Yeah, Montreal scene is an interesting place.
Especially as an English rapper, let alone female.
Ooh, you
There's
do
so many
French
options.
rap, eh? Are you like connected to the French scene? I know I just cut you off.
No, that's fine.
That like never happens that I talk to so far. Just like
You had a brain fart.
Are you in like the French side of the scene also? Or like do you ever perform in French with all those folks?
Back in the days, j'ai rappé en français, là, mais
Is it different than the English scene?
ben, c'est pas pareil du tout, là.
Say, what does that mean?
It's not the same at all.
Non.
So it's completely different scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Là, je suis beaucoup plus en espagnol puis en anglais.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still like I just find it fascinating how like focused you are in general.
Huh.
And I like your passion too. Don't get me wrong. You guys both like ladies, guys. I don't know. It's just habitual to say guys. I never know what I'm supposed to say anymore. I don't think it really offends y'all.
No,
I
it's
probably
okay.
should still.
On est habitués.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Like,
more respectful.
Well,
Homies, homeboy, tomboy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I feel like homie is a unisexual word though, because
it is.
Yeah.
it's not like homeboy. It's not, but homie.
Yeah, mais tu comprends.
Yeah.
Tu sais.
It's not like specific
Moi, je me les ai fait tout
identification
dire,
with
fait
it.
que it's okay.
Yeah. Legal specifics were good.
Yeah, no problem.
Fair enough. So at this point, I don't know. I'm not sure what else to ask about. Do you have other things you would like to say or you're curious about? Because that could just trigger me into more questions. That could happen. But I'm just want to make sure that you all say what you want.
Okay. Well, technically, I think that I said pretty much what what I really came here to say, but I feel that there's room for maybe a bit more. So, what do you think? You have anything on your mind you want to speak about?
Écoute, c'est toi puis moi, exemple, ben, bizarrement qu'on travaille sur l'album, la mixtape, qu'on fait comme un... écoute, travailler fort pour que ça sorte.
Do you
Cette
listen
année,
to-
peut-être.
Do you listen to auto-tune rap? Like the mumbly
That's
stuff?
a good question.
Because I love that shit.
Sometimes,
you
but I
are,
wouldn't
yeah.
be able to listen to it for like a consistent amount of days or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
would eventually be like, okay, like
Can you listen to stuff for a like what's your sound? Because like I can't listen to very much for many days in a row
well, I mean,
anymore.
like in a general way, like my playlist won't be like, you know, I'll just listen to it like out of like pure randomness.
Okay, that just led me to another question. Do you listen to new music? Because you're not like
Yeah.
like
Sort of. Well, I have a niece and a nephew. They're 10. I know that sounds young, but it's really anyway, they show me songs sometimes, and it's kind of crazy because it's interesting to see like what I would have listened to as a 10-year-old, or like where I was exactly as a 10-year-old and what I was listening to and what they are right now, you know. So I find it super cool, and there's actually songs that I really like, you know.
but like when it because like I read somewhere that something like you know your favorite song for life by the time you're 21, and then I anecdotally found that by 25 people just stop giving a fuck about learning new music. So like your playlist doesn't. I don't know how often your playlist updates beyond that point.
Quite a bit, I think. I'm still pretty up. Like I'm pretty open to new music. I feel like maybe not new styles, but I'm open to new music. You know, I have my specifics, I guess.
So what's your favorites?
Well, I guess I would say Snow the Product. You know, I'm kind of old school. I really like Obi Trice, Eminem, that kind of combo.
You
Like I have
listen
an
to
obsession.
Obi Trace's albums,
Yeah,
like his actual albums.
yeah. Well, like his
I
old
never-
album.
I never did. I just listened
Like
to the
Cheers.
singles.
Technically,
Like
I
with
have an
got some
obsession.
teeth on it.
Yes, exactly.
That's all.
And like I don't know. I kind of have this weird style, but I mean, in general, like new music, I guess would be Jared Benton. Probably artists that are not actually popping off, but like Hobson, obviously as well. Snow the Product.
So you like the fast underground people?
Yeah,
I,
pretty much.
that
Yes,
makes
that's
a
what
lot
it
of
comes down
sense.
to. Yeah.
Nah, because I was like, yeah, that sounds like fast underground, strange music, Hobson's defunct funk
Yeah, pretty much.
volume. Fair enough. I respect that. What about you? What kind of music do you like? Do you like the new music, the mumble raps? Do you like the old ones? I hate the term mumble rap. They don't actually mumble. They just use effects.
Moi, je suis quelqu'un qui va toujours rester dans le old school. C'est toujours mes classiques.
Respect.
Sinon, tu sais, je suis quelqu'un, en fait, vu qu'il a grandi dans le piano, j'aime énormément la musique classique. Je suis quelqu'un qui va sinon...
classical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she likes the classics and the classical.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sinon, je suis quelqu'un qui va écouter beaucoup de musique des années 60, des années 80. J'adore la musique des années 80. Mettons
Yo,
Queen, Roxette, Cyndi Lauper.
So she likes the
Yeah.
old stuff, like the
Yeah,
40s old.
Exactly.
And Cyndi Lauper, who's a little newer.
Yep. Puis,
Who's a little
yeah. Puis sinon, ça va être du punk. Je vais
Yeah, she
aimer.
does everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Ou du NoFX, du Pennywise, autant du fucking
don't have to
Rob
translate
Zombie.
No,
Yep. So,
That's really. I love how open-minded your music tastes are. That's really cool.
j'ai vraiment de tout, là.
So your shit must be fucking all over.
Yeah! Moi, dans mon cellulaire, tu vas retrouver de tout, du classique jusqu'à fucking Slipknot, là, tu sais.
it's
I
just
like
rap.
Slipknot. Slipknot's cool. Slipknot's basically rap, depending on the song you pick. They have a lot of rap songs. That's
C'est-
what I'm saying.
Une qui serait plus, mettons, qui ressemblerait plus, mettons, à du punk, metal, hip-hop, ça serait, mettons, Head P.
Which one?
Head P.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, c'est un groupe qui s'y pince. Ça s'écrit H-E-D P-E. Yeah,
H-E-D-P-E.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, OK. Puis c'est
I'm
ça, fait que ça,
curious.
yeah, c'est...
Interesting.
Yep.
I want to check that out. That's really cool. But do you okay? So the mumble rap question actually
Yeah.
is because do you use like effects? Are you like an anti-effects person?
No.
Or are you all about that? Whatever.
Well, I'm not anti it, but I mean, I try to do a good enough job to need less, obviously.
But I mean like artistic effects, because like if you take Lil Yachty,
Yeah.
that guy takes auto-tune to the point where it's basically a new instrument and no human voice can replicate the sounds it makes, but it's fucking cool.
Yeah, but you have to have a certain tone to be able to pull off that auto tune as well. It goes kind of one in one. So like, I mean, you can't just take like a certain tone and like do something like he obviously is doing something prior to the auto tune,
Yeah.
you know. But I feel like that's kind of creative, you know. But
like, would you do that? Like, create like from a, not like in a I can't sing, so I'm using autotune to patch my voice kind of way. I mean, like, because I think people think that these rappers are doing that when what I look at what they're doing is like kind of like they're extending their voice. They're not doing what
But
T-Pain
it kind of
did.
obliviates your identity as like a flow and style, you know, because your voice has a lot to do with your delivery and the way people feel your music, you know. I feel that your tone has a lot to do with that. So if you kind of take that away, then you better compensate somewhere else. But I don't see anything wrong with it. I just don't think I would use it as much, like to a limit.
Eminem totally uses that stuff. Or DMX and the Damien song.
Everybody uses something, you know. To have a good product, you have to polish it off with something.
I noticed that a lot of people like pitch shifting. So a lot of people who hate on auto-tune will pitch shift. That's just an observation I've made. I don't know. I'm just curious again. What about you? Do you like the vocal effects?
Ben, moi, je te dirais que ça dépend qui va les utiliser, là.
So if you use it right, it's cool.
Yeah.
Respect. Anyway, again,
That's it. It's that's it. I don't think you should abuse of anything.
But if you're a fast, lyrical, cadence-driven rapper, there's not as many opportunities to insert it artistically, I suppose, because then it's really about your voice and what you're saying.
Yeah. But who wants to hear that, right?
I don't know. A lot of people.
No, it's a joke. But like, I feel like there's maybe a lack of like, you know, people wanting to lyrically hear you, but there has to be a balance and everything. So I don't think that using too much of any effect or not, you know, doing anything at all is good. I think there should be a balance and everything, you know.
Fair enough. So you're not necessarily sold on the idea of one core gimmick carrying a person.
No.
That's cool. I respect that. I like the idea of growth personally.
What were you going to say, Chica? You going to say something?
I wasn't paying attention, so if you were, I'm
oh,
so
maybe
sorry.
I was wrong. Read your energy wrong. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. This has been a good conversation, in my opinion.
It has.
Rather than to keep driving it on, because I'm totally running out of steam. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Because it's after 9 o'clock, and I know because of the math of like when we started recording, and we're pretty close to my magical hour-long point, which I love. Which is like I'm like, okay, we got enough content. I'm happy.
Well, huge shout out. This is my first interview in English.
No way.
Ever.
That's
ever,
so
ever.
cool. This is the first time we had anybody who speaks French properly speak French on our channel.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, Québécois French. Or
We switched up the vibe today.
Yeah.
So if that was cool, that's actually just because YouTube folk. There might be more French up in here for these interviews. Oh well, we'll do our best. You guys could learn to speak French, but
It's a must. It's a must.
It's a must if you live here. If you don't, probably speak Spanish.
Yeah, next time it's gonna be Spanish. I promise.
Hablo un poquito español.
It's okay, vas a tener que aprender.
So I guess on that note, thank you both for coming through. Again,
you
it's
for having me.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, thank you.
It's Lil Azz. It's real cool to be your first English interview.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
And I just hope you all get super famous and remember that. It's like
Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I know that's the goal here. But no, you guys are also welcome to come through in the future. You know, a few months go by, you're like, I want to come talk about if you guys get mad at hip hop or something, you know, we can talk about whatever y'all want.
Yeah.
Because it's cool to me to get like artists together to talk about artist shit.
That's it.
That's like kind of what I'm trying to hope to carve out with.
We'll come back halfway through the year and like report on what's going on.
Yeah,
what's new
exactly.
in the 2020
I'm
bracket.
absolutely certain
bang.
everybody would care. And that would
Yeah.
make it really dope. Come back later on. I don't know if you watch Vlad TV. That shit inspired me. I'm like, yo, they do so much for like the New Jersey, New York area and that thing. And I'm like, where's the Montreal version? So you guys are all, ladies, whatever, totally welcome to come
Everyone
back.
is welcome.
Yeah.
Everyone can come through. I'm totally just, we can just strategize together on camera. Anyway,
Cool.
I'm totally running out of steam because I'm old and it's
Okay.
late. So thank y'all for
you.
watching. I totally appreciate y'all being with us again.
Oh,
Because as much as we talked for a while, y'all watching
Buenas
is kind of like the super important part for real.
Hopefully you enjoyed it.
So we totally appreciate that. Let us know in the comments, of course, what you think. Anything you want to say, feel free. They'll hopefully come through and leave comments. I'll move them over for the first like day or two, and then I'll forget. So they'll come through. Either way, I'll answer you. We can have a conversation. But if you leave questions, the next time they come through, I'll make sure we ask that on camera. So
you
if you're
go.
curious about anything, but just let us know there. So
I'm
if
curious. You have
Yeah,
to do
me
that.
too.
Somebody has
Yeah.
to ask a question.
just at least
Please.
one. It could be something mundane, like what's your favorite
Anything.
video game?
Yeah.
That could be the question. I mean, hopefully it's better than that. 'Cause, I mean,
Well,
that's
yeah,
a corny
definitely.
one.
Yeah.
Although I'm anyway, but like the video if you liked it. Always feel free to hit that dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Usually we do album reviews, but I want to do a whole lot of interviews like this year. So yeah, let us know what you think. And before we go, as always, special thanks to the patrons: is Melga Dempsey, Chris Pratt, Jonathan Barnes, DJ Black Hurricanes, Linda Williams, Coney Sparks, and Scribble. They're dope. They support what we do. Help us get a new camera. Help us get on Spotify. All the cool stuff. Get to tell us what albums they want to see us review, and they like us and help us, and they're super awesome. So if you want to be cool like them, you can join us on Patreon and force our hands on album reviews and stuff too. I also make music, as I've alluded to a couple of times throughout this thing. You can check that out on this channel, on Spotify. I dropped an album in October, got another one underway. Let me know what you think. Let
Yeah.
their music too is more important because whatnot. So
No,
yeah,
It's all important. It's all
I guess
important.
that's it then. So as always, everyone, live long and prosper, everybody.
Peace.
I started doing that Star Trek shit one day and it pissed them off. And so I just kept doing it.
Star Trek thing.
That's dope. It's gonna be like an hour 6. It seemed pretty proper.